Yo, what's going on? What's cracking? What is everybody up to? This is D-Lo coming to you with my homeboy L Hunt, and we got some breaking news for y'all. Word on the street is old Joey B is trying to head to the Supreme Court in order to make some changes that he thinks are going to be positive. Now, I don't know how positive this is going to be for him. It's going to be more like HIV because it's going to be dead on arrival, Chief. He's trying to go ahead and put out, well, he's got three things he wants to do. But the main thing I'm concerned about right now is the term limits for Supreme Court justices. Now, full disclosure, I told Hunt where I sit at on this, but I didn't give him a chance to retort because I want to hear what he thinks. He thinks, as you can see, I'm kind of hyped up because it's like breaking fucking news. So, Hunt, you know that I am against them reforming any kind of Supreme Court law, any kind of term limits as well, because as it is right now, they stay till death, pretty much.
Or they retire,
either one. But they could, Greensburg that ass, and was that her name, Greensburg?
No, Ruth Bader Greens. It was
Ginsburg. She had one of those last names, but one of those Kowalsk's last names.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Should there be term limits on Supreme Court justices?
Not only should there be term limits, there should be. Let's see. There's 9, so there needs to be 4 more Supreme Court judges on there.
Negative.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. So actually, let me hear your thoughts as to why.
How many appellate courts are there? Well, how many there's 13 appellate courts, right?
Okay.
Right? So why not have 13 Supreme Court judges?
Why do we need 13 for? We could do it with 9.
There's 13. So you have the Supreme Court, then you have your appellate courts, then you have those other courts up under them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if there's 13 Supreme Court judges, right? Every Supreme Court judge could technically be over a district. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck can somebody that was a federal judge at appellate court in fucking whatever district fucking Texas is, right? They're having input over another fucking district, and they're going to be the lead fucking person over that shit. It makes no sense. There should be the equal amount of justices as there are appellate courts. Circuit courts, the 13th Circuit Court, the 4th Circuit Court. That's what I mean, right?
I feel you on that.
There should be. The problem is people are scared that it's just going to be, oh my God, they're just going to put all liberals on there, all Republicans.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Listen, though, well, what should happen, right, since it's going to be 4, split it. Split the baby. 2 and 2. That's what should happen. So now you have 13 people on there, right? And now it's still going to be incumbent after there, right, for the whoever leaves, for that president to come in and replace that seat. It's too fucking easy.
Nah, man. I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And sometimes a good idea, Ferry, is not the best idea. Like they've done it before, I believe, to where they've expanded the Supreme Court to X amount, and then they reduced it back down again. Honestly, we don't need that many judges. I mean, how many? They're the Supreme Court. They're supposed to be the law of the land. That's what they're supposed to be ruling. Not one circuit, that circuit, this circuit. No, not BB Baboop. It's what the law says in the Constitution. I disagree with you on that. Hey, tell us in the comments, what do you guys think? We're not live, by the way. There's a recording, but let us know in the comments. What do you guys think? Should there be? And I think that's the biggest problem. Even with 9, I have a problem with it. As long as it's an uneven number, that's fine. So the majority wins. Huh?
Said an odd number.
Yeah. Did I just say uneven?
Yeah.
Oh man, damn! Look at damn! I just got corrected.
Yeah, I know, right?
Brother. No, but check it. I disagree, man. I think that 7 would be a fine number. 9, fuck it. 11, that's just too many. And 13, bro. You know how long it would take to just settle one case?
I mean, it's already taken long to settle cases as it is.
And that's with 9.
That's because of the politics in behind it. Look at fucking
100%.
Amy Coney Barrett was the spearhead of this whole shit that's going on right now as far as Idaho.
What's going on with Idaho?
The whole abortion thing. So she's the one who spearheaded that, right? No, keep in mind, she's very conservative, but she was understanding that people are having to fly out of that state to get help. So women are not dying on the fucking operating table. and they're still having to life fly them out to go to a different state. So she was like, you know what? I got it. I'm conservative. I understand life and all that other shit. Boom, 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 boom. But we need to review this. And so she got fucking, I believe it was Gorsuch and the Supreme Court. Who's the justice? John Roberts. She got them on her side, and they all sided with the liberal judges.
Cool. So you see, it's actually working the way it's supposed to work. Now, again, I leave the courts to the states do what they got to do. I'm 100% with that. Only thing I will say, I am pro-life, but I am also pro-common sense. And we've discussed that many a times. We ain't going to beat that horse right now. We are talking about term limits for the Supreme Court. The way that he has it, and I'm going to go ahead and read what it says here. This is coming straight from the White House, and it says term limits for Supreme Court justices. Congress approved term limits for the presidency over 75 years ago, and President Biden believes they should do the same for the Supreme Court. The United States is the only major constitutional democracy that gives lifetime seats to its high court justices. Term limits would help ensure that the court's membership changes with some regularity, make timing for court nominations more predictable and less arbitrary, and reduce a chance that any single presidency imposes undue influence for generations to come. President Biden supports a system in which the president would appoint a justice every 2 years and spend 18 years in active service on the Supreme Court. I disagree wholeheartedly, personally, because let me tell you this. Let me flip the script. What if this would have been a Republican idea? With the way the court is packed right now, let's say it was different. If the majority was left-leaning, the left would be having a shit fit right now, saying, no way, that's impossible. It's unconstitutional. We cannot be doing that, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, because it's like you said earlier, Hunt, it's all political at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And that's the sad part. But go ahead. What you think?
I don't think it should be every 2 years. I do believe there should be term limits. I think there should be term limits in Congress as well, which is something we briefly discussed offline. But yeah, there's the reason why there's not is all about power, man. Like, and once again, I'm left-leaning, extremely left-leaning. But I still think that people should not be dying in office. You had Representative Sheila Jackson Lee that just passed away. She was still in office, if I'm not mistaken, right? So what was the point of that? Like, I got it. She did a lot of great things. She died of cancer. I got it. If you knew this was coming up, there's no reason for 70-year-olds to be doing this shit. So I'm very passionate about this shit. Congress needs term limits. Fucking the Supreme Court needs term limits. Like, if you just imagine if one motherfucker, right, was staying in the fucking brigade, the battalion commander. We've had good battalion commanders and we've had horrible battalion commanders. We couldn't wait till those 2 years were up so this motherfucker could leave, right? And guess what happened? When that new commander comes in, he comes in with his commander's intent, right? He's interpreting he's interpreting 6 Army regulations within leeway, right? Within leeway, he's going to interpret it his way, right? So it may be favorable, it may not be favorable, but you need that fucking shakeup. There's no way that shit should be. Motherfuckers, like when did fucking Clarence Thomas get on the court in the 90s?
90s.
Okay, it's 2024. What the fuck are you doing but just getting rich and rich and rich, padding your pockets, having more and more influence on your family? We can look at all the bullshit he's done. They do need ethics. This guy was taking bribes and trips and having houses paid off by a rich donor. And you think that, like, that's not cause to get the fuck out the office? You're abusing the fucking office.
How about this? We'll meet in the middle. See, look, Congress, senators, congressmen, representatives, and all that bullshit. This is how you negotiate, all right? How about I meet you in the middle? Instead of term limits, let's go to an age limit. You have to be retired by age 70. No ifs, ands, or buts. Done. You out. No. Let's keep that shit brief. Straight to the point. That way there is no fucking whoever's in office is in office, homie.
Well, this is the thing though, right? Because now, once again, you're talking about term limits. So you're talking about somebody spending technically, because we understand how shit works, right? If I was president, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna put a 30-year-old on there. right? I'm gonna nominate a 30-year-old. So now I got somebody in there for 40 fucking years.
Come on, but let's be real. First of all, it's not going to be that simple unless you have the house, unless you have the right numbers to get that motherfucker validated and just pass through the fucking Senate.
How often have nominees not made it? There's only been one time that is not that in recent memory that I know of where the nominee, where the president was like, "This is who I'm nominating," and they just completely blocked it. And now they hate the fact that they did that because they see who the fucking AG is right now. Merrick Garland.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Like, oh my God. Huh?
Yeah, I feel you. And it'd be like that sometimes. But I think, hey, let's put it to the age limit. Age limit. You know what? I'll go down 68. 68, you out. And
You're
again,
if somebody being 36 years,
okay,
38
then
years,
let's do this. Let's negotiate here. Meet me halfway. All right. They have to be between the ages of 45 and 68. That's
45.
it.
I'll say 45 and 50. So that way, and that's still a long time. You're looking at 20 plus years. That somebody's
that's fine, homie. I mean, hey, that's cool. That's fine with me, bro. Let the motherfuckers have a career. You know what I'm saying?
They've already had a career. You got to think about it.
Though, the thing is that some of these laws that go in there, they take forever and a day. Some motherfuckers will never get to do any kind of fucking judging then, or any kind of
The laws don't take forever and a day because look at what happened when they overturned Roe v. Wade. These states already had it implemented that as soon as Roe v. Wade was turned over by the law, by the Supreme Court, the state laws are going into effect automatically.
But the thing I'm saying is though, like it would cause a little bit too much of a delay. For example, if you have one judge who is ruling on it, and all of a sudden, oh, my term limit's up. Well, I guess now you guys have to wait for a fucking somebody to get approved. And then once they get in there, then they can pick that case back up. And then they're going to have to wait for him or her to go ahead and go through it in order to come to a fucking agreement or to come up with a ruling. You see what I'm saying? I think there's just too much.
What I would say with that is, right, once they approach that term limit, right, and if that term limit is in the middle of when they are in session and they still have things on the docket, they have to finish those things that are on the docket. And then their replacement comes in. So now we're at a fresh start. The new year, new docket, because everything is already cleared off the docket, and then we had a new person come in, and now all the cases are coming in.
Well, let me ask you. So, what happens in the event that one of the justices get replaced? They nominate someone, but as usual, there's got to go through the whole fucking vetting process, the whole questioning process. How long is it going to take? How long does it normally take to put somebody on there? You know what I mean?
Shit, so fucking goddamn Mitch McConnell did that shit in like a week and a half, 2 weeks when he did Amy Coney Barrett. So it's not going to take that long. We should know.
It depends on who. Again, it depends, right? It depends on who's in power in the House and who's doing the nomination. What I'm saying is this would cause more of a strain as well. Because let's say for example, we go through your 13 people on the motherfucking Congress. What if we got to replace 3 or 4 at the same time?
Have the hearings.
See, so it all briefs really well.
All 3 of them lined up in the hearing.
It briefs really well, but I think I see more logistical issues. Look, I mean, honestly, give them to the death limit, or not death, till 65, 68, because that's when everybody retires, and they can go do whatever the fuck they want. We don't need another Biden up in there, or until they're
78.
Hey, you guys didn't have a problem to vote for fucking Biden when he was 78. I'm just saying. So don't even try to flip the script on that one, baby. Don't do it.
No, I don't. That's the thing, though. Like, just because I don't, but I know that Republicans do, and they just kept complaining about it. But if you're going to
because one was cognizant, the other one was not. Let's be real, Hunt. Be real.
I got to send you the video that I just sent some more people. Where the dude is breaking it down, how Trump is suffering through early onset.
Oh man, look! If I nitpick through every motherfucking, if I cherry pick shit,
that's what everybody's doing with Biden. Biden, I got it, man.
Really? That's what everybody's doing with Biden. Literally turns to the left, tries to shake hands with ghosts. Yeah. And then tries to fucking find the stairs in the opposite way. If it wasn't for his wife telling him, this way, honey, that motherfucker would have no idea where he's going or where he's at. Let's be 100% real on this. The motherfucker walks like a zombie, dog. Yeah, so and have you seen the difference between him and his clone?
Yeah. Have
you seen the earlobes?
There's a difference. Yeah. So what is the difference between oranges oranges. I can't even say the word, so I can't get mad at this dude. And uh origin.
Origin
Yeah.
and origins.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Orange and
Uh-huh.
oranges. Like the orange. Like I
The
can't even
color in the
pronounce names.
fruit?
I can't even make fun of the fucking dude for doing this shit because I'm sounding fucked up right now. The
You need
oranges.
alcohol. You're like
No,
fucking
yeah.
Bender right now. Bender for Futurama.
Yeah.
Without alcohol, you start shutting down.
I haven't drunk all day today, and I'm feeling
Ah,
fucking
see, that's the
stupid.
problem. So what's the difference between orange and oranges?
No, origins, like the origin of the story. Like this is the Wolverine origin.
Or origin? Okay.
Yeah, origin, right? So origin and orange. Listen. I've been told I
Okay,
can't
so
even pronounce the word.
origin, like where somebody originates from,
Yes.
and then like origins as in plural.
No, like oranges, like the fruit.
Fool, the way you spell it, first of all.
No, it's the way I say it. That
No, no,
and
no.
oh,
There's
okay, yeah,
origin and
yeah,
oranges.
yeah,
Oranges has ORAN.
yeah. I know this, but like I said,
Oranges.
since I can't even pronounce the words correctly, it wouldn't make sense of me making fun of fucking the other idiot.
Oh, I see you were trying to set up somebody fucked up
The
the. I
comparison,
got you.
yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, too easy. Well, anyway, my man, I appreciate you being on here with me. I think you could hear my kids back there. Sorry about that. But I tell you what, we both definitely agree that the first ones that should get term limits are definitely by far the House of Representatives, Congress, and the senators. They need to go. They need to fucking clean house with them first, and then get some fresh blood in there.
Yeah, because it's going to make them actually have to work to get things done.
Yeah, they're not going to have people in their pockets anymore.
They know they're on a time limit, and then they know that they want to keep their little time limit they're actually going to have to get shit fucking done because they can get voted out quicker than their time limit is up.
Can you imagine like how hard the those lining the pockets of these senators and congressmen, and how yeah, they'd fucking go crazy, dog.
Yeah, they wouldn't have that shit at all, man.
Hell no. Like, how many
they would definitely not be advocating for that. That's something that they would not be advocating.
They'd be having to grease the wheel. But see, how can they justify that though? How can they justify a term limit for either start with the president, go with the justices? I agree with you. Find some term limits for the justices. However, let's not do it every 2 years. To me, that just sounds too stupid. I say, put a cap on it, like maybe every 8 years, like you do with the president. Every 8 years. Yeah, you could come up for review.
12 to 15 should be max, in my opinion.
For what?
For a Supreme Court justice to serve on the bench.
Okay, then let them serve for 15 years straight. No remixes in the middle. If it's a straight term, go for it. I'm with you. But if
15, like I said, 15 is pushing it. 12 would be ideal. 12 would be ideal.
I mean,
because you got to think about it, they're still going to be there. You got some that are getting nominated in their 50s. Well, now they're starting to nominate them pretty young, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there you have, in the past, it was traditionally like they were late 40s, 50s, maybe 60s. Right?
What I would like to see, Hunt, honestly, is take the approach that the military took regarding like ERBs and DA photos. Just go based off the criteria. Right.
Well, they had to stop doing the DA photo because we understand how that is.
Right. Well, I'm saying, so I say we stop that. We stop all that. Here's the thing. Let's say we stop all that and then compile just based on academic and your academic credentials and your work history, the top 20 of that whole specific criteria that you're looking for in order to get somebody in the Supreme Court, right? And you go off that, based off that packet that they gave you off those 20 on who you decide to send up to nominate. No, here's the thing. This way we don't get none of this fucking, oh, she's a female, she's DEI, or it's a male, he only got it because he's a male, white, whatever. You're going based off solely off credentials. That's it. Now, and I'll throw a bone in there. You have to I don't like that. I was gonna say you have to throw in there females, you know, so they can let it
even
out.
with the names, they're going to be able to tell who the fuck they are.
I mean, no.
You're gonna say
Block
they're gonna
out
have to blank out the names.
everything, just credentials,
So you
strictly
can't
credentials.
So that's the thing, though. It's not. It's the president that nominates them.
Right.
So I just don't see them I think that they should, man. There's no good reason as to why there have been, to my knowledge, 0 Chinese justices. No Asian justices. None.
Probably because
What, they're not qualified? That's bullshit. If they weren't qualified,
how do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
If they were not qualified, they would not be a federal judge. They wouldn't have been appointed to be a federal judge in the first place. You just don't put some guy that was like at Bell County that's doing fucking overseeing the goddamn child support and be like, hey, listen, you were serving as Bell County child support judge of district court, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna elevate you from a district court all the way up to a federal.
But you know what? Both parties are guilty of that. I mean, how many times have you watched some of the nomination hearings that go on through with Biden's candidates? Yeah. Oh my God! Just look up John. What's his name? John Senator Kennedy from Louisiana. He fucking makes him look like garbage. But he does it to everybody. Honestly, like if there's somebody that I think is fair across the board, it's him. Now, I know each one of them bullshit. Okay, of course you're gonna say that because you know you have to find the implications of something wrong in everyone. Sorry, body. Sorry. Damn, the beaner's coming out of me. Sorry, buddy. I think that now, I'm not going to say that there aren't those that motherfucking Ted Cruz's. I ain't going to say there ain't those, you know, that specifically say negative things rather than positive things. But fucking Kennedy, what I like about him, that motherfucker just basically takes him through an exam. Kind of like when you go to the board and they ask you the basic shit like, you know, tell me, what does I will be fair and impartial when, you know what I'm saying? What does that mean to you? And motherfuckers, they be the same way at the board. Like the board, they'd be like, thank you for that question. And I'm like, you're welcome. Every time it's like, thank you for that question. You're welcome. Now give me the answer, goddammit. But anywho.
Think about it. What fair and impartial means.
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you. You know what? Thinking about that real quick. I just got to tell you a quick story. So there's this E5, right? He's going to the E6 board. Motherfucker been to the E6 board so many fucking times. He's one of those automatics. All right.
Yeah. Hey, I'm listening. I'll be right back. I'm listening now.
Okay. So just so everybody knows, in the Army, there is a specific definition that is looked for when you are asked, what is the definition of leadership? And the definition of leadership has a specific verbiage. Well, this E5 trying to be E6 goes up there and says the definition of leadership is to provide purpose, direction, and intestinal fortitude.
Yeah, pass.
How are you gonna go to a staff sergeant board in front of the sergeant major and say something stupid like that?
We need bodies in positions.
pretty much. But yeah, man, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I thought it was fucking crazy that that I just saw a breaking news. Joe Biden's trying to go to it's not gonna pass, obviously, because you know it's just not going to. But I wanna talk about Kamala real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Have you thought up of any good reasons as to why we should vote for Kamala without mentioning Trump?
Without mentioning Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there was a lot of like I gotta go back and read and look at the video to break down everything, right? But I forgot what the actual program that she started, right? So there was a program that she started. She was an AG, and it was like second chance or first chance. It was something like that on the lines, right? So everybody was like, she's doing this, she's doing that. She's locking people up, which is bullshit. She wasn't. She was actually trying to give people second chances after they got locked up, right? So now we can talk about that bullshit narrative of her. And once again, like I said, she is doing, in my opinion, what a fucking vice president should do is stay the fuck out the goddamn way. You don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing as a vice president. But don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing.
Wait, here's the thing. I get it. I get what you're saying there. But your NCOER should reflect what you've been doing. So her NCOER should reflect.
So who's reading the NCOER? And no one has a right to read my NCOER.
And for those that don't know, an NCOER is a non-commissioned officer evaluation report. It's basically our yearly report card.
So that's the thing, though. The only people that should know what I'm doing and has a right to know. Let me ask you this: do your soldiers know what the fuck your NCOER look like?
They know that because of them, my NCOER look good. They are.
Do they
my
know what's
NCOER.
in your NCOER? Bullet by
no,
bullet
but they know they are my NCOER. They are.
Okay.
They are my
So
credentials.
They don't know what's it called. Like soldiers should never know what your NCOER is. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can do this. They can say, yeah, this, that, and the third or whatever. But as a day one private is not going to know what the fuck that is.
You're
anyway,
right, 100%.
So once again, it's not for me to say what was your report card. Whatever directions and guidance that the president told her to do, I don't need to broadcast that. If the shit didn't get done, the shit didn't get done, and that's on him to be like, you know what? If he was still running, he could be like, I want to thank VP Kamala Harris, but I'm going in this direction for this fucking vice president for this term. This is who I want. You know what I'm saying? It's not up for me to know what the vice president does. I'd rather not know what the fucking vice president does.
I'd rather the vice president be out there doing.
What the fuck did Mike Pence do?
I don't fucking know. I didn't follow Mike Pence.
The fuck exactly? What the fuck did Mike Pence do?
Mike Pence didn't run for president though, isn't he? He's not running for president right now, is he?
Yeah, well, he did run for president. He
ran for president. He had a fucking fly land on his head. I mean, it didn't really work, did it?
That was when he was debating Kamala Harris. No. He ran for president. He just ran for president, right? And no one asked him what the fuck he did as the vice president. What the fuck did he do?
Because honestly, I think everybody already had in mind that Trump was gonna. You know what's funny? Trump probably wouldn't even have ran. More than likely, wouldn't have ran for this fucking office if he wasn't fucking fucked with so much. You know that?
No, Trump. He announced his candidacy that he was going to run early as fuck after the first indictment came down.
Exactly. If they would have left that motherfucker alone, nobody would be hearing about him.
So you even acknowledge that he announced his candidacy after the first indictment. Trump needed cover for all of these fucking indictments coming down.
For all the fake indictments, bro. This is all fucking. Look, I told you already. They tried impeaching him, didn't work. First, they tried laughing him off. It didn't work. They tried impeaching him, didn't work. They tried fucking court and all that shit, didn't work. They tried a bullet, didn't work. You know, they stole the election, didn't work because he's coming back, baby, MAGA 2024.
Like, one of the main reasons why I hope she wins, right? There's a lot of reasons.
Oh, the main reason you want him is because you want Trump to lose. Let's be real. I can answer this question for you.
No. One of the main reasons is so I can tell all the fucking Trump supporters everything they used to say. If you don't like the country, leave it. If you don't like the fucking president, leave the fucking country.
See, that's the thing. I feel you on that. Now that I feel you on. Motherfuckers that be saying stupid shit like that, I get it. But you know what? It started with the left. Because the left is the one that's always saying that shit, and they never fucking leave. They never. How many times have you not heard motherfucking crybabies on the left on TV? Oh, if this person gets elected, I'm leaving. Bye, motherfucker. I'll help you pack.
Bullshit narrative.
Really?
There's some fucking bots do on fucking Twitter. But I'm gonna ride the wave. God.
So what I saw on TV
of motherfuckers that if you don't like this, leave it.
You a motherfucking troll, dog. I'm
just riding the wave.
Hey, I feel you, baby.
I'm just riding the wave, bro.
Well, speaking about riding the wave, I'm gonna be riding the wave off of this podcast episode right now. I will be actually going to see the movie tonight. Yes, sir. And by the way, that one of the links I found did work. It wasn't the one that we had discussed earlier, but I found a different one, and it did work. But it was it will take away from the experience.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
So, like I said, man, you're gonna laugh from start to end.
I seen motherfuckers putting up memes already, so I can already tell Ace Ventura is gonna be in there, unless that's just a meme they made up.
But... No, it's just a meme he made up. That's not. I don't think that's a spoiler, but no, Ace Ventura.
Okay. Not gonna be in there. But
you have to pay attention to all the cameos, though.
Oh, bro, I'm good with that. Not only that, my old lady is a huge Marvel fan. So whatever I don't pick up on, she'll be telling me. Yesterday, we binged 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny is, for those that don't know what we're talking about Deadpool. I remember seeing Deadpool 1, and I saw Deadpool 2, but I don't remember anything off of Deadpool 2. When I was watching, I was like, I don't remember this shit. I don't remember Lucky. Who the fuck is Lucky? Who's this Domino bitch? You know, I had no idea who. And I remember watching because I remember Juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? I remember Juggernaut clearly in Cable because Cable was my favorite X-Men growing up. By the way, who was your favorite X-Men?
Bishop. Nah, man. Nah, man. Like Loki.
I'm gonna say surprise, surprise,
surprise, surprise. Nah, man. Like it was a toss-up, man. I like Wolverine's attitude, but like I kind of like Scott. So I actually like Wolverine, Scott, and Nightcrawler.
Don't know who Nightcrawler is. Sounds like a worm.
Kurt Wagner. Are you serious? He's the one, Mystique's brother. He looked like a demon with a tail. He's
my brother from another mother. Only X-Men I know was from the 90s cartoons.
Yeah, he was in the 90s cartoon.
I don't remember that motherfucker. I remember Gambit. That was my homie. Gambit was my dog. Woo. Oh, shit. Oh, see, that look right there tells me I should be expecting something just by that look.
Nah, you shouldn't be. No, there's just, I'll tell you what, there's something funny that's in there. And unless you know the background with two different people, you won't understand the line that's in that movie. So there's like a legit background that people had where they had beef with each other in real life. And unless you know it, you won't understand a certain line that's in the movie.
Got it. I love that motherfucker always breaking the fucking fourth wall. That shit is awesome. You know, Ryan Reynolds, I think that's his best fucking gig that he's had. I can't see him doing anything other than that.
I can't see fucking goddamn.
You were talking about that. Yo, tell me about that. What's going on with that?
Yes, apparently he's on tap to play Dr. Doom.
So just for everybody to know, we still are doing Word on the Streets, and we got some breaking news.
Yeah, so RDJ is going to be playing fucking goddamn Dr. Doom. And it's also rumored that Kurt Lazarus is going to be playing Black Panther.
Who the fuck is Kurt Lazarus?
I'm a dude playing another dude disguised as a dude.
I knew the name sounded familiar. Oh, that's funny. That's fucking funny, dude. Yo, Wakanda forever, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, I swear to God. You know, I think a lot of us didn't know that was Robert Downey Jr. I know I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
When that movie first came out?
Yes. You could tell that was Robert Downey Jr.
Bro, I could not.
You gotta be shitting me.
I am not shit. I'm not shitting you, baby. I'm telling you the truth. I had no idea that was Robert Downey Jr.
If you could, he looked just like Robert Downey Jr. It's just the voice. So if you just were listening to it, you wouldn't know that was Robert Downey Jr. But if you looked at it, you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
See, I didn't recognize because he was wearing the glasses too. He had the little fro going. So, yo, speak about that. Hey, if anybody watched my earlier podcast, I may have said some things that could be taken out of context, just so y'all know. It wasn't meant to be racial. I'm throwing that out there right now. But I may or may not have said something about my girl Simone's hair. You know.
Yeah, you about to catch some backlash.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I said that she was all nappy up there, all hair all messed up and shit. But she went out there and put it down. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up ankle and everything.
Yeah.
So I basically did a fucking.
I think it's gonna be weird to see him as Doom.
Well, explain why.
Because this is Iron Man. Like I got it. I'm not saying that. Unfortunately, sometimes people do get typecast or whatever it's called, right? Now there is a way that he kind of did it in the comics. That Iron Man did kind of go Dr. Doom-ish in the comics. What I was hoping, and everybody else was hoping, that we would see if it came to Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. I forgot what it's called, but there was this different universe where Tony, he had control of this app, and it was giving people this illusion that they, what they wanted, and he actually wound up, doing this to Daredevil and shit. And Daredevil got his sight back. It was just this whole thing where Tony was fucking evil as shit. So that's what I was really hoping they would have fucking did, but. I don't know, man.
How the fuck did we go from talking about the Supreme Court to fucking X-Men? See, I love our conversations. For anybody who knows, this is how conversations supposed to go, man. Hey, dog, I appreciate you being here with me once again. It's 1:55 p.m. I know you got things to do. I got.
One last thing, though. I did make a mistake, and we'll talk about this. And I was even man enough to admit it on my thing. I said, you know what? Hey, listen, I'm not Christian. I'm not a Christian. I said, I don't agree with the whole mocking of the Last Supper. thing with Paris. And then, I had people come up there and state their opinions, and I'm like, okay, dude, like, bro, it's just my opinion. Like, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then I had a friend of mine. He was like, first of all, the whole painting goes against Christianity and the Christian ideas. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah,
I
man,
may have mentioned that during my podcast earlier about the painting. Like, Leonardo da Vinci's rendition of it might be a little inaccurate. They weren't really that white.
That and it goes against, what Christianity says.
Which right? is the idol worshiping.
Yeah, the idol worshiping and carving graven images. Right.
Yeah, I mean
Exodus 20-20, chapter 20, verse 4.
But that's if you're actually worshiping it. You're more.
Well, it even says
it comes so. It's so. What's the word?
They even said that you're not supposed to make these images. Not only it didn't say anything. Well, yes, it did say worshiping, but you're not even supposed to make the images. Like you have people that are falling down and kissing the Virgin Mary, right? These Catholics, right? What are they doing? They're going against what Exodus chapter 20, verse 4 says, right?
That's against the commandments.
It's crazy. Even when they have the picture of Jesus up there on the cross and they're, kissing his feet. These are Christians, Catholics, whatever you want to call them, same bird, different wing, that are doing this shit. And I just find it, once again, this is more proof that they're hypocritical.
100% with you on that one.
So that's why I can't stand Christians when they talk about abortion. Like I said, y'all care about the baby for 9 months, but once it's here, it's a freeloader. When the mother was trying to tell you that, this isn't viable for her or the child.
Well, let's go back to taking some personal responsibility. The mother maybe shouldn't have been fucking if she knew that she could get pregnant.
Yeah, heaven forbid people fuck.
Oh, yeah, heaven forbid they use fucking protection. Heaven fucking forbid that they don't know that if they don't fucking nut outside that they're going to have a fucking child and then they get stuck with.
Well, according to the Bible, you're not supposed to do that, right? So this may be a Christian person.
But I'm playing your game. I'm playing your game. Yeah, we could ping pong this shit back and forth all day long. At the end of the day, murder is murder.
I'm going back to prove how hypocritical people are because if I'm not supposed to bust in the motherfucker, like then what? Now I get, if I'm supposed to bust in the motherfucker and then I, skeet everywhere from the windows to the walls, I'm breaking some more laws in the Bible. So it's just a whole bunch of fucking metaphorical shit.
That things bother you too much. You making me want to go make some knuckle babies just out of spite. Man, just flush them down the toilet afterwards.
Look at all these babies. I can't even tell you how much seed I've spilled. These little hunts of nowhere to be found.
Oh God! Hey, by the way, happy birthday! Shout out to your son. 18 years old, man.
Yes. It is hard.
What was 18-year-old L.M. Hunt doing? What was he doing at 18?
God, man, I was acting crazy over on my dad's side of the family, and then I finally decided to get my shit together and try to graduate fucking high school so I could join the army. A year late, but I still was determined to fucking do it.
Hell yeah. Well, hopefully your son will maybe follow in those steps and you can lead him to the recruiter's office.
God, I wish I could.
Hey, GED, baby, get a GED. Get all that motherfucker up in there.
He does not want to join. But yeah, man, 18. I have an adult now. Still my child, but I have an adult.
And for those that don't believe us, okay, look, I know that he looks like he's 18, but Hunt's in his 40s. All right. He just looks young. He ages very well.
Slowly. Man, I got a cousin that's 50, and she actually looks younger than me.
No shit.
Yeah. She looks younger than me. And she's a grandma. You wouldn't be able to tell.
God damn.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey.
Yes, I was down there. My nephew's graduation. I went to go see her. I was like, yo, you haven't aged. You look younger than me. And she's 50 something. God damn. All
right, we're rambling on again here. So again, thanks for everybody that joined us all the way through the 40 minutes. This has been Word on the Streets. We'll catch you on the flip side. Catch you later.